He gave everything that he had. He has nothing else left to give. Brock Lesnar emptied out his deposit. He ain't got no money in the bank. He ain't got no gas in the tank. I gave you what I had physically, and I picked up the microphone in my last appearance in a wrestling match to say, hey, everybody, I'm out of here. He is the new guy. Cheer him for the next 15 years. The main event, which was really interesting in the building because the crowd was quiet, even to the point where there was a guy who was either sitting next to us or behind us. I can't remember. But he was just like, come on, guys, this is the main event. Like, let's get excited. And I'm like, that's not happening. And it's not because the crowd is tired. It's not because they're not interested in this match. They were waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yep.
Which was Brock Lesnar's retirement. The other part of it is Brock Lesnar is going against a guy that we all absolutely universally love. And we don't want to boo Oba because that comes across a way. I can't really cheer Oba the way I want to cheer Oba because I know this is Brock's last match. And I don't want to cheer Brock because I know what he's trying to do for Oba. And if I cheer Brock, it's going to make this not work. So I'm just going to sit here and watch. I can guarantee you that's what the majority of that was. It was one of the more strange.
It was an eerie feeling.
I get it. It was one of the more interesting crowd reactions and matches that I had been to in a very long time. But we get what we got. I talked about last week on the show about Oba getting in shape. He did something else over the week because he came in the best shape of his life for Brock Lesnar. The respect of me to come in looking my best because of what you are doing for me.
Yeah. It's respect.
Right?
You said that
there's something to that.
This was all about respect.
I am intently watching. I'm not cheering for anything because I'm just taking it in. I'm taking this all in because I know what this is. We are literally getting the passing of the torch right now. And I'm watching the match. Did it need to be in the Hell in a Cell? Yes, it needed to be in the Hell in a Cell because that's the last piece of equity I can give Oba Femi is I'm undefeated in the Hell in a Cell. I saw a lot of conversation was they worked a regular match. Sure. I'm sorry. I'm not here for that per se. I'm here for we're putting Oba over as strong as we can. I would have loved some blood from Brock Lesnar, but we didn't get that. But Brock's last wrestling move being a tombstone. Oh, nah, man. Oh, I was close. I had to keep it down. I was close. I was close to shedding some tears. I was real close to shedding some tears at the end of that match. And for me, it wasn't even because I'm such a big Brock Lesnar fan. I started to open the show. I am a big Brock Lesnar fan. But for me, it was more of the opponent that made me, that made this run for Brock Lesnar. Because before this...
Because I've hated him since then. Hated him
Before this, I said Brock was 50-50, right? Brock would come in on TVs and demolish somebody, get to the pay-per-view, he's losing. That was really what Brock's role was before he ended the streak. And then he got this new life. He just became this dominant guy and he was untouchable. And the only time he was touchable was when he gave the stamp of approval to people we know and love now. Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes, right? Yep. The real big guys. But when I saw him hit the tombstone, I'm like, and let's also see and know that was his last ever wrestling move, was the tombstone pile driver. You can't pay more respect to Undertaker because I am showing you respect for what you did for me in these 12 years since WrestleMania 30. I am showing all the respect that I can to you. Brock Lesnar doesn't do anybody else's moves, right? So we get that part. So I'm like, yo. Then we get...
And real quick, without the knee pads. Without the knee pads. I was like,
he's real.
No, you don't do it on wood. Don't do it on wood without knee pads.
He knew to this. So then we get that. Of course, we get, Oba kicking out. We get Oba's finish, which I think was supposed to be, of course, right on the exposed wood, because even Brock looked over and saw where he was at. But Brock comes back to the ring after he leaves, gets on the microphone, to put Oba Femi over. Guys, I am the past. He is the future. Congratulations, Oba. He's the new guy. He gave everything that he had. He has nothing else left to give. And I mean that figuratively and literally. A lot of times we hear that, right? In wrestling, like, I gave you all I had. Brock Lesnar emptied out his deposit. He ain't got no money in the bank. He ain't got no gas in the tank. He gave everything he had. I gave you what I had physically, and I picked up the microphone in my last appearance in a wrestling match to say, hey, everybody, I'm out of here. He is the new guy. Cheer him for the next 15 years.
And he hugged him.
He has nothing else
I've
more
never
to
seen
give.
I've never seen that from Brock. You know what?
He's
number one in the last retirees.
He has nothing else more. If he wanted to, say if Saudi's like, look, man, we got a $5 million check for you, right? And they want to come back. Okay. He can't give anything else, though. He gave everything that he had away in that moment
his whole career, yeah.
to Oba Femi. I just thought, man, that was absolutely tremendous, man. Like, and to do it all in the span of 5 minutes, that was a lot to take in if you know, once again, what you are truly watching. And then you go to the point of who Brock Lesnar is in the public eye. Not personally. Everybody's always said, man, like, Brock got y'all food. He's one of the coolest cats that you could ever find. We don't see that in the public, right? We see the person of, oh, he hates wrestling. He wants to be in the first segment so he can be on the plane or the jet by 9:13 p.m. and all this and all that. So then you get that. And then he's on Pat McAfee yesterday saying, hey, I'm hanging him up. I'm 49. And then he's like, hey, I just want to tell the kids, right? And now he's got a message for the kids. It was an incredible message for the kids. Work hard. Don't give up. You know, I was just come from nothing kid that had a dream. Yeah. And look what I became. And he just talked about gratitude and how grateful he is. And it wasn't a stick. You could just tell. And it was funny because Pat kept trying to say, like, hey, what's next? And Brock's like, dude, I ain't doing a damn thing, man. Like, it's over. Yeah. Like, I'm going to hunt. I'm going to take care of my kids. My daughter, she's eyeing 2028 Olympics. I'm going to support them as much as possible. But and then what I was like, dude, that's so fucking cool for you. He was like, I'm going to reap what I sowed.
Ooh.
Everything that I did, I'm 49 years old. I can still move around. He was still selling for Oba. He's like, you know, I was in the bed for 2 days after that match with Oba Femi. I got ran over. I mean, he just did it right, man. He absolutely did it right. Shout out to Brock. Shout out to Oba Femi. Oba is one. So after the match is over, Jackie catches him before he gets to the back, and he cutting promos like he's been doing this for 30 years. And this is not hey, have some stuff prepared after the match. That's not how that goes, right? He's cutting his promos, and I'm like, yo, man, this brother's got it. He's doing it. Then he gets on the post show, and whatever they threw at him, I'm just like, yo, he is a special, special talent already. If you would look at the body of work that he's done, and yes, he's been set up to succeed, but he's got to do his part. He's doing his part more than tremendously well. But I don't think I've seen somebody who honestly was so can't miss since Brock Lesnar. The Rock was not can't miss when he came in. That's blue chipper, right? Like, right? Okay, we got to figure this out a little bit. Roman, we all saw it. Roman's first year and a half, we didn't say, oh, he's going to be the next head of this entire company. That didn't happen. Damn sure didn't say it with John Cena.
We kind of almost said it, but he kind of sabotaged his own career with Randy. I think Randy, for a hot second, was ready to say that. This. For me.
Not like this, to where you say he's going to be the... No, you knew he's a big deal. You knew he's going to be one of those.
And then I thought he was can't miss for me in the very beginning.
Not like this is what I'm saying, though. I'm saying like somebody who has shown all the tools already. Randy, his first, year and a half, he was being not carried, but they were putting him strategically in spots, and they're doing the same with Oba. I mean,
I would say it's the same thing.
But when you are now to go out there, I'm talking about the promo piece, right? How you command yourself. That little segment he had on Raw with Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to own that. He's got to come across like he needs to come across for that. And he's doing it. He's doing it every single time. I mean, he's literally like batting 1,000.